All right, we're gonna snatch. Zach's gonna snatch the heaviest today. I have to do 120 again. What's new? I'm 2 days off of Zins, so I've never been more sad. My mental health is in a complete crisis state right now, but we're all right. We're gonna snatch. I already said that. That's where I'm at mentally. What else?
Manual.
Oh yeah, Manuel. The technique manual is still pumping, and it's fucking awesome. All the reviews I've gotten on it have been fantastic. If you've followed me for like my technique stuff or any of that, literally all that shit, it's just a giant archive in a format that allows you to access it super fast so you can use it in training. It's like all the videos I post on Instagram condensed down into writing and sold to you for 30. It's everything I know. And you honestly should not know more than what's in there, because then it gets too complicated. It's clear cut, it's precise, it's exactly what you need, and it's still $30, so jump on it right now. Don't even finish this video, just click the link down there and just go watch it. She's gonna snatch today too. My goal today is to snatch more than Madison.
Bro, what?
I'm just kidding. I went to Topgolf by myself yesterday for 2 hours because I'm coming off of nicotine and I'm sad. So I went and did that, and I'm sore as shit. My obliques are wrecked, my adductors are all fucked up, my chest is sore. But I'm gonna do the craziest 120 you've ever seen in your life today. And we're gonna talk some technique while we're doing it. I'm gonna put my shoes on, I'm gonna move my body a little bit, get some blood flow, and we'll get going. Pool party at Dozer's house. Bring your own pool. This is gonna be the weirdest video probably ever, because I can't even complete sentences right now. I have a pounding headache. I don't know if any of you have ever quit nicotine before, but when you're withdrawing from it, it literally feels like what's a good way? It feels like your head is just like filling up with tons of blood. Then like your head feels swollen. And it's like the moment after, it's like if you're super sleep deprived and you drink like 700 milligrams of caffeine and then you start coming down from the caffeine. That's what it feels like. That's how I feel right now. But I've been there plenty of times. I got this. It was funny, I posted this on Instagram, said something about quitting nicotine, and everyone's just like, here he goes again, quitting again. And I didn't think that was funny. I want support. I'm trying to make myself healthier. I gotta prove to myself that I'm a dog, and the hardest thing I could possibly do is quit nicotine. Ugh. All right, the greatest snatchers in the world do these two things very well, and they do them simultaneously, which is really hard to do. The first thing is off the floor. They got a good starting position. Their shoulders and their hips rise at the exact same rate. That's the first thing. The second thing they do is when they get to the knee, their shins are vertical. Now, with the torso angle rising consistently, it's really easy to pull around the knee. And with getting the shins to vertical, it's really easy to let those hips go up too soon. If you can do both of these things at the exact same time, that is like the #1 trait of a really, really good snatcher. And if you hit that position, you're gonna set yourself up for a perfect snatch every single time. And that's what I'm gonna try to do today. So watch. Next cue is going to be the tall snatch. I've talked about this so many times, but I'm gonna keep talking about it because these things are fucking magical. All they are, stand up straight. Something I like to do before you do these is find your tension in your back, and the best way to do that is to kick the hips back a little bit and let the bar fall forward. Then you take the lats and just bring the bar in, and then you hold that tension here. So your back's set. Then from here, go up on the toes, and just focus on staying up. That's like a weird cue, but just like stay up and keep adding height to the bar for as long as you can. Then at the last second, turn it around and catch. And if you can emulate that in the snatch, you're gonna stay so connected. All right, another cue. Something to think about when you're pulling under the snatch is try to keep the elbows higher than the barbell until the barbell passes your chest. So I said passes your chest, not gets to chest height. A lot of the times in the snatch, the bar won't even get to chest height, but when we're pulling under and it passes the chest, that's when we start to turn over. One of the big reasons you're missing is because you start that turnover too soon. It's not even to the chest yet and you're here. You have no fucking connection to the barbell there. Stay up, keep the elbows coming up till it passes the chest, then whip those arms through. Tall snatches are a great reinforcer for that. One big thing, when we get to the power position, so we're here, if we start pulling with the arms before we make contact, so like if I get here, I start pulling the bar into the hip, when I extend, those arms just straighten out and the bar stalls. So what I like to think about is keep those shoulders down and the arms long, and the arms don't bend until the legs and the hips extend. It rhymes. You're welcome. So if you can make sure that we keep those arms straight until we get to the hip, and then we use the legs to put power into that barbell. The arms can follow through by bending, but if we do it too soon, that's what happens. Whoa, nice. Something that can cause those hips to shoot up too soon is the way you brace. So if you really extend your back like this in the start, it feels right, but it's not right. You can't pressurize your core properly like this, and when you can't pressurize your core, using your legs becomes way harder. So if you're extended like this, and you're literally pressing off the floor with your glutes and your hamstrings, what happens is we get really extended like this, like the hips just naturally shoot up. Because we're engaging our glutes off the floor, so if you want your glutes to fire, you gotta activate your hips, and the way we do that in the snatch is by sending them up. So instead, think of just bracing your core with a neutral torso. You're not hunched over, you're not hyperextending, your spine is straight. Make your spine straight, and then brace against that straight spine. And that's gonna allow you to actually set the core properly, and already, I'm all glutes. Once I get here, I can feel those quads turn on. Oh yeah, there we go. I think that's all the cues I'm gonna do for the snatch. 5 cues is pretty good. Imagine 180. That's what's in the technique manual. That was just the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg, folks. You can see the whole iceberg for 30 bucks. It is day 3 of snatching 1 kilogram for every 1,000 followers I have. We're still at 120, which is fine. So we got 120 kilos or 264 pounds for the 3rd day in a row today. I want to lift more, so follow me. This is 110, we're not there yet. Ooh. Zach is not having a very good time with these. But the goal of training leading up to a taper is to hit like the highest levels of fatigue that you've hit throughout your whole entire training cycle. So you get to your taper and you're beat the fuck down. Every coach I've ever had was like, right before your taper starts, you should be shitting your pants. You should be worried. Because that's the shape you have to be in for yourself to actually respond to a taper. If you're sharp as a tack, you feel fresh every day, and you go and try to taper, you're just gonna lose strength. Your body needs to be, it's super compensation. Your body needs to be overly fatigued in order for you to over recover and then meet in the middle for this one perfect day where you feel stronger than you've ever felt. So when you're an athlete and you're in it, you fucking hate your life, you're panicking, you're worried about shit. But in reality, that's exactly how it needs to be. And at every meet where I felt perfect, like had an amazing Friday before I started my taper, the meet sucked. Every meet where the week before the taper sucked, it was a good meet every single time. And if that's you, don't freak out. If you're on the dog bag this week, you're gonna feel beat down. You probably noticed we're maxing out like a lot, and we're doing like a lot of heavy singles. Why are we doing that? So you can get better at heavy singles. That way when we taper and you're fresh, you're experienced with these kinds of weights. You've attempted these weights enough times to know what they're going to feel like. And your training session is just not a fucking mystery. You're going to feel fresh. You're going to take weights that you've attempted several times in recent history. And that's going to set you up for a good training session. Whenever you try to format your training to where you don't hit the heaviest lifts until like the last week of your training, then you're setting yourself up for some bullshit. All right, that's it for today. Just want to do some breakdown on the snatch. Next video, which you'll see on Monday, is going to be more focused on the clean and jerk. So just dropping some visual versions of the tips and cues and all the things that are on the technique manual. Again, I think if you're a weightlifter, I don't think there's a better investment than just paying $30 to have this archive of cues that I've collected through 13 years of lifting that you can just keep and hold on to forever. They can come in and save you when you're having bad sessions, when you're just falling the fuck apart. So all it takes is one good cue to kind of make that light bulb go off in your head. And with 180 cues in that book, there's a lot of opportunity for that. So that's the first link in the description. If you're serious about weightlifting and you want to get better and you're a student of the sport, I don't think there is a better purchase you can make. I don't think there is a better value out there. Pretty much every other thing on the market that is like the technique manual is going to run you at a much higher ticket. So I wanted to make it affordable for those of you that can't afford remote coaching and you're just training coachless. It's something that you can afford. It's $30 one time instead of $250 a month. Barbell, we got some hats coming soon. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but just keep it in. They'll be all right. The hats are in the works and they should be ready here very soon. Dozer dog hats. If you want clothing, get the Dozer line. It's all my favorite shit. It's the ultralight joggers and it's the drop hem t-shirts, the fitted drop hem. They're just really good at making you feel like you have big shoulders when you don't have big shoulders. That's why I like them. And Gorilla Mind supplements, best supplements in the game. Their multivitamin has been released. Use code Dozer to get 10% off those. The multivitamin is perfect. It's everything I would put in a multivitamin. So if you're an athlete, you're kind of cheating yourself not to be taking advantage of that. And Onyx straps. The straps I was using today are Onyx straps. Zach did not use Onyx straps today, and he got stuck to a barbell. So don't be like that guy. Use Onyx straps so you can bail like a responsible weightlifter. And that's it. See you guys on Monday for the clean and jerk cues.